more to go. After I finish the other half, of course. Alright, so I have the 4 new gussets welded up, and unlike Western, which only welds one side of their gusset, I've welded up both sides, and the tip of these also extend all the way down to the edge, as opposed to Western gussets, which are back probably an 1/8 to a 1/4 inch. No, they're at least a 1/4 inches. I'm looking at those guys right there. But so that's definitely going to provide more support for the cutting edge, and I definitely feel a whole lot better about where we're at now. You know, part of identifying problems and situations is fixing them, and as you could see today, I may have not had the proper tools, but I was definitely able to get by, and I was able to make a very good repair, in my opinion. And that's what Redneck Engineering is all about. So tomorrow I just got to throw the new edge on there, and I also got to take it down off these stands, and I got a big mess to put away as well. All these tires. So I'll probably clean that up, have tacos, having tacos for dinner tonight. Alright, thumbs up for tacos. And yeah, that's about all she wrote for today. So until tomorrow. Alright, it's late in the evening. I started fitting this blade, and it doesn't fit right. I spent $160 fucking on this thing, and it doesn't fit right. The issue is, if you look right here, it actually bows right there, and then as you look down, here, let me just get you a view of the bottom here. You can see it at the bottom here. See how much that fucking bows? And the issue is, I can't really fit these bolts down properly because it's kind of like, it's got that rainbow effect going on. So there's a gap here. It hits, it's almost a, I think it actually is above the lip. See, there's like a lip right here. It's on the mold board right there. So it won't sit down good there. And then there's a gap, and then it closes up. And that section right there where it really bows. Really disappointed. So I guess I gotta unbolt this thing and take it back tomorrow, and they better fucking exchange this, because this is fucking bullshit. Alright, so it's the following morning. I can't remember if I got this on video last night or not, but I just got along the edge here, I just painted the rusty spots as well as where I welded. And all the gussets. I know it doesn't match, but I don't really care as long as it's structurally sound. The only other spot I gotta get is there's 4 of these burn marks on the other side. And with that, I would like to get it kind of red, just because that's what people are gonna see. So just gotta pick up some red paint and try and match this up somewhere. But I did go to the plow store this morning, and the guy was very understanding about the blade being bent. And actually, the second one he picked out, he looked at it, and the second one was bent too, but this one is near perfect. That's so much better from what it was. So, just a manufacturing defect, and he had no problem replacing that. So, I'm going to put this new blade on here. I'm going to try and do it by myself, and the way I'm going to do that is I have my plow angled, so I'm going to put one tip of the blade down here, put a bolt in up there, and then put another bolt down here, and then we'll start lightly securing the other bolt. So yeah, it'd be easier with 2 people. There we go. Let's just throw it on there to the plastic locking part of it. I'm not worried about it coming off now. Already got a bolt. Alright. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to put all these bolts on. And I also got to bolt back on my boots, which I use very rarely. I normally plow gravel and such by feel. But there are certain circumstances where I do like to use those. If I'm plowing grass or something like that, maybe I'll use them. But anyway, because this blade's tilted going to the passenger side, I feel like the blade's slightly a little bit further to the left, just a hair. So what I'm going to do to try and get this on here as evenly as possible is I'm going to turn the blade back so it's in a straight orientation, so it's not cocked to the passenger side. And I'm going to just snug all the bolts on hand tight and put my put those boots back on, and then we'll start tightening them down. Alright, so I got all my bolts on now. I'm just doing the final torque on all these. I don't know what the proper torque spec is. I didn't want to bother the dealer again. Just didn't really want to deal with them anymore today, so I figure I'm just going to put 150 foot-pounds on them. They are those lock washers that have that little nylon ring so they don't back out, but granted they have been taken off probably 2 times now, so that ring's starting to get a little bit worn, but I mean they still stay on there. So yeah, I'm just going to keep going with 150. Now, I already did the end one, but the middle ones are going to be a bitch. Those 2 fuckers right in the center. So I can't really get my wrench down in the middle here without doing some kind of crazy extension. I could try and do it underneath, but that's going to suck. Okay, so to get to those 2 center bolts, I'm just going to try angling the plow and see if I can get to them that way. Going to be kind of tight. Okay, so the blade's on there, all torqued down. Next thing I'm going to do is check my spring tension. Now, some people will say you want to use a sheet of paper, other people say use a business card. And what I mean by that is you want to slide it in between the springs, and when you have enough tension on this spring, just so that that business card or paper or whatever you want to use can slide through there, that's the right amount of spring tension. It's kind of preference, but also there are manufacturer specifications, but again, I'm not calling the dealer today to figure out what that is. So I'm using a business card. It slides through the top one, doesn't slide through any other ones really. This side I'm not really getting much, so I'm going to put a little more tension on these springs. Make sure I'm going the right way here. I think that's pretty damn good where that one's at. All the middle coils. That business card goes right through. Do the same thing on the other side. And that's good. Slides through just as easily as it does on the other side there. And the only other thing I foresee me doing in the future is I think I'm going to have to adjust the headlights again. It seems like every year, no matter what I do, I always become slightly off. As you can see, the second one back there is pointed higher. This one's pointed lower, so I don't know, it's kind of funny. It always seems to, or one always seems to tilt down. So that's just something I'm gonna have to do. But yeah, so the next thing I'm gonna do, which I mean, this pretty much concludes this video, but I'm just gonna wash this plow and give it a couple good coats of wax, ways the snow doesn't really stick to it. And that's about it, and then we'll be ready to go for winter.